Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to BBallBreakdown. A really interesting series has kind of turned up between the Bulls and the Bucks, especially because the Bucks have a lot of length on defense and are causing the Bulls some serious problems. That said, the Bulls have a defense that can cause the Bucks problems as well, so I'm not so sure this series will go much longer than about 5 games, but there's some interesting matchup stuff that's happening here, and perhaps Jason Kidd can exploit some things that can help them stay in this series. That said, Coach Thibodeau has some other things that he can exploit as well that we'll show you, plus the deciding 13-0 run in the fourth quarter that broke open the game for the hometown Bulls. Game 2 made it clear that the Bulls will struggle against the Bucks' length on defense. They were held to 38.3% shooting from the floor, and Pau Gasol and Joakim Noah struggled mightily to finish around the rim. Michael Carter-Williams routinely dug down to help, and Giannis finishes him off on his hook attempt. And on this hook, MCW again digs down to knock the ball away. Noah had issues against the length. Even on this opening to the rim, there's Giannis to swoop in and clean it up. The Bucks do have a weakness in their aggressive weak side rotations. If the Bulls run high pick and roll towards the sideline, watch how they design their defense for Middleton to do a full rotation to the ball at the free throw line. This is supposed to be Ilyasova rotating out, but he's too slow and is getting screened smartly by Taj Gibson, and Dunleavy knocks down the open three. Now let's move to the decisive 13-0 run in the fourth quarter that sealed the game for the Bulls and made Jimmy Butler the player of the game. Noah directs traffic to get Mirotic out of there so he can run a pick and roll with Butler. Mayo decides to go underneath the screen at a time when the Bucks can't afford to give the Bulls anything, and Butler rises up and makes them pay. The Bucks come down and it appears they want to run horns, but Henson makes no contact on the ball screen. Dudley is wandering around the perimeter, and while they lure Mirotic into helping one pass away, he does a nice closeout, and because the pass was a little off target, Dudley has to rush it. The Bulls wanted to exploit the Dudley on Mirotic matchup down low, and Noah struggled again with the length of the defense when his nice cut was negated by a Henson block. Tie game, 8:25 left in the fourth. The last thing you want to do is take a 23-footer with 17 seconds on the clock and no one near the basket to grab the rebound. Yet that's the decision Bayless made, and it was a poor one. After giving up a free throw, they run Coach Jason Kidd's favorite set, the high post split. There's a pin down into a dribble pitch. Middleton's pass is off, forcing Michael Carter-Williams to scramble, and while he gets a decent floater, he can't finish. The Bulls hurry down and break into a simple pass and follow for the screen. This time it's Dudley who goes under the screen on Tony Snell, and he knocks it down too. This is now the critical moment. Bulls on a run, almost halfway through the fourth. So Kidd calls a floppy set. The rudimentary motion is defended easily by the Bulls, and the offense just dies, leaving Michael Carter-Williams to post up against Derrick Rose, then throw a very inaccurate pass back out that resulted in a hurried shot at the shot clock buzzer. Out of a timeout, Coach Thibodeau calls a nice play, a pin down into a clear out for the whole right side for Butler. This gorgeous jab step freezes the defender, and when the rest of the offense cleared to the left side, there is no one to stop this monster jam. The Bucks then run a double ball screen for Williams. Watch how little respect Rose has for his outside shot, which bogs down the whole set. I like the secondary screen for Middleton, but when he has Noah on him on the switch, he should attack. Problem is, with MCW and Giannis on the right side together, the help defenders can sag off them and clog up the lane, forcing a long two. Desperate to get a score and close the gap, OJ Mayo races down court after a stop, but watch Jimmy Butler's incredible challenge of the floater. On the kick out by Giannis, the Bulls get caught way out of position, but Mirotic pressures and Michael Carter-Williams cannot hit. The Bulls stop screwing around and get Butler a pin down along the baseline, exploiting OJ Mayo's lack of defensive intensity to get this shot off and knock it down. That 13-0 run took care of the scoring-starved Bucks, but it was this stare-down isolation against Giannis that totally iced the game, and sent the Bucks up I-94 down 2-0.